resources will be linked down below as always. Yeah, first off, do you guys like my sweater? You probably can't see it, but it's a bunch of gingerbread men, and it says, "So many men, so little time." It's funny. Anyways, okay, let's just get into it. I'm gonna be reading off my laptop that's over here and that you can't see on the screen. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy because these are gonna be fun. I promise. Okay, so fact number 1. Silent Night inspired a truce during World War I. On Christmas Eve of 1914, British troops spotted Christmas trees on the German side of the fight. They then heard soldiers singing Silent Night in German. I don't know if I said that right. They responded by singing the English lyrics. Eventually, the troops emerged from the trenches to meet, exchange gifts, and even play soccer together. And then fighting resumed on December 26th. Number 2. The original Christmas carols were about the birth of Jesus. It wasn't until much, much later that Santa Claus entered the equation. The first Christmas song to mention Santa Claus was Benjamin Hanby's Up on the Housetop, written in 1864. Hanby was inspired by Clement Moore's 1823 poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas. Fact number 3. Irving Berlin originally wrote White Christmas for a Broadway musical that was never produced. It was then picked up by Hollywood producers who used it in Holiday Inn, a 1942 film starring Bing Crosby and Fred Astaire. Typically, I can't read today. Whenever I go to do a fact video, my tongue just like, wait, we don't know how to speak. So, fun times. Okay, fact number 4. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, and Holly Jolly Christmas were all written by Johnny Marks, who was Jewish. The proudly Jewish Irving Berlin wrote White Christmas and Let It Snow. The Christmas song was written by Mel Torme, and yes, he was Jewish. In fact, Torme released an entire album of Christmas tunes in the 1990s. So yeah, a lot of very popular Christmas songs were written by Jewish men. Interesting. Number 5. O Come, O Come, Emmanuel is a really old song. It gained popularity in the 18th century, which would make it pretty old today. But its origins are even further back. The song, originally in Latin, was penned around the 19th century. No, the 9th. The 9th century. I can't read today, I'm so sorry. The 9th century. Carrying on, number 6. You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch by Thurl Ravenscroft. The singing voice of the Grinch was also the voice of the Frosted Flakes cereal mascot, Tony the Tiger, for almost 50 years. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Okay. Number 7. Wham! Released the single Last Christmas the same year as Band-Aid's Do They Know It's Christmas, so they decided to donate all proceeds of the song to the same Ethiopian famine appeal. It has gone on to raise more money than Do They Know It's Christmas. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Number 8. Fact number 8. Hark the Herald Angels Sing and Joy to the World are two of the oldest English language Christmas hymns that originating in the 1700s. Oh my goodness, I cannot speak today. I'm sorry, this is the first words I've spoken. So, that's my bad. Okay, fact number 9. In 1906, a violin solo of O Holy Night was the second piece of music to ever be broadcast on the radio. Fact number 10. Mel Torme's The Christmas song, more commonly known as Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire, was ironically written during a summer heat wave in 1944. Number 11. The idea of Christmas caroling originated from songs that were sung during pagan celebrations of the winter solstice. The winter solstice is the shortest day of the year, usually taking place around December 21st or 22nd. associate Jingle Bells with Christmas. The song was written by James Lord Pierpont to celebrate Thanksgiving. But if you think about it, the song's just about a horse-drawn sleigh with bells on it. So, adds up to me. Okay, back to number 13. Christmas caroling became more widespread when the first English carols emerged in the early 1400s. John Audeley, an English priest and poet, was a significant contributor to the history of Christmas carols, when he composed at least 25 hymns in English that he and a group of other carolers sang from house to house. Most of Audeley's songs were about repenting rather than holiday cheer. Fact number 14. Judy Garland sang Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas for the 1944 movie Meet Me in St. Louis. Doesn't matter. In 2004, this Christmas carol was ranked number 76 on the American Film Institute's 100 Years 100 song list. It was also on the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers' most performed song during the Christmas season, ranking at number 3. It's pretty iconic. Like, I've never seen the movie, but I know what she sounds like when she's singing that song. So, number 15. Irving Berlin hated Elvis Presley's version of White Christmas so much that he tried to prevent radio stations from playing Presley's cover. Imagine hating Elvis Presley. Okay. Number 16. Based on the children's story of the same name from 1939, songwriter Johnny Marks wrote Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in 1949. Gene Autry, also known for his version of Frosty the Snowman, was the first to record this Christmas carol. The song went all the way to number 1 on U.S. music charts. Nice. Fact number 17. In April 1975, the American military played White Christmas over Armed Forces radio as a covert signal instructing soldiers in Vietnam to evacuate Saigon. Not very dope. Well, I don't know what I just... No. Okay. Number 18. Bing Crosby's version of White Christmas is the highest selling single of all time. Number 19. Eartha Kitt first sang this cheeky Christmas carol in 1953, and it may be one of her most well-known songs. She was known to have said that Santa Baby was one of her favorite songs to record. With over 500,000 copies sold, making it a certified gold record, Santa Baby is officially one of the most popular Christmas songs of all time. Number 20. Fact number 20. For 28 years, Darlene Love sang her holiday hit, Christmas, Baby Please Come Home, on David Letterman's Late Night Show. Number 21. Carols used to be written and sung during all 4 seasons, but only the tradition of singing them at Christmas has really survived. Number 22. Singer Brenda Lee recorded the original version of Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree when she was only 13 years old. Number 23. Puerto Rican singer Jose Feliciano recorded Feliz Navidad, nice Spanish, in 1970. This Christmas carol did not make it onto the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 until 1998. The singer was initially going to record the song with only Spanish lyrics, but decided to include English lyrics as well to make sure American radio stations would play the song. 1970 to 1998, that's a long time, but it's a bop, so go off, Jose. Okay, back to number 24. Let It Snow has series of holiday-themed coloring books sold by the retail giant. Number 29. Dick Smith wrote the words for Winter Wonderland while recovering from tuberculosis in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Fact number 30. The Beatles hold the record for the most Christmas #1 singles, with 4 topping the charts in 1963, 64, 65, and 67, whereas Cliff Richard had 1960, 1988, and 1990, and the Spice Girls in 1996, 1997, and 1998 with 3. Now I need to go listen to Spice Girls Christmas songs. I didn't know they had any. I guess I'm a fake fan. Much to consider. Okay. Number 31. John Lennon and his wife Yoko Ono penned the lyrics for Happy Xmas, War is Over, as part of their peace activism against the war in Vietnam. What you might not know is that Lennon was heavily influenced by the melody of another song, Stew Ball by Peter, Paul, and Mary, which is about a racehorse. I love that, but that's also a really tear-jerking song, in my opinion. Okay. Fact number 32. The Christmas tree is one of the most famous holiday decorations. The popular carol that features the Christmas tree was actually written and sung in German and was really a tribute to the fir tree. The song's first title was O Tannenbaum, or O Fir Tree, and the writer was praising the tree for being able to stay green even during the winter months. Fact number 33. All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey is one of those Christmas songs that makes you get up on your feet and dance like a lunatic. It's not just us humans who love it either. A farmer named Angus Wilkoplowski has claimed that his goats produce 28% more milk while listening to the track. He discovered through trial and error, first trying heavy metal and then Old MacDonald at a farm before settling on Mariah. He plays it over and over and admits the staff are probably sick of it now, but it works for the goats. The Queen of Christmas has spoken. She said, "Goat milk, gotcha. No problemo." Okay, number 34. Yes, Alvin, Simon, and Theodore made history when their 1958 tune, the Chipmunk song, Christmas Don't Be Late, topped the Billboard Hot 100 pop singles chart that year. It was the first holiday song to ever do so, while also landing the Furry Trio 3 Grammy Awards. The song topped the charts for 61 years until Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You kicked it off in 2019. Okay, fact number 35. The word carol actually means dance or a song of praise and joy. Adds up to me. Okay. Number 36. Before carol singing in public became popular, there were sometimes official carol singers called waits, like W-A-I-T-S, like a wait. These were bands of people led by important local leaders, such as council leaders, who had the only power in the towns and villages to take money from the public. If others did this, they were sometimes charged as beggars. They were called waits because they only sang on Christmas Eve. This was sometimes known as watch night or wait night because of the shepherds were watching their sheep when the angels appeared to them when the Christmas celebrations begin. If that makes sense. Was it making sense? I hope it made sense. Okay. Number 37. Felix Mendelssohn composed the tune to Hark the Herald Angels Sing as a tribute to printer inventor Johann Gutenberg. Love that for them. Go off. Okay. 38. Australians have their own version of the 12 Days of Christmas, where all of the animals are replaced by wildlife from down under. That's true. If you haven't heard that, I highly suggest just typing that into your YouTube search bar, okay? Number 39. In Up on the Housetop, Santa brings one of the kids a hammer and tacks, and another child gets a whip. Much to consider, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah. verse was revised to read, "In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he's a circus clown. We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman until the other kitties knock him down." By the way, a parson is a traveling Protestant minister who visits villages too small to have their own dedicated ministers. So, like, they're just getting married by a minister named with the last name of Brown, but I guess that was inappropriate. Okay, number 45. The melody for Deck the Halls dates back to the 16th century, and the original Welsh lyrics are celebrating New Year's Eve, not Christmas. Number 46. If you sing all the lyrics of Joy to the World rather than just the second half of Isaac Watts' famous carol, you know that the song would rather be suited to Easter because it is more about Christ's resurrection than his birth. Interesting, I just know this first line. I know the first verse and the chorus. So, okay. Number 47. There is a sequel to Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer called Grandpa's Gonna Sue the Pants Off of Santa. If I recall correctly, maybe it was a fever dream, but I'll have to ask my brother. But when I was younger, there was a TV show, like a cartoon, called like Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. Am I wrong? I feel like I watched it with my brother, so I'll have to ask him. And he'll know what I'm talking about, or he'll be like, I'm crazy, and I'll be like, a little bit, so, okay. Anyways, number 48. Gene Autry got the idea for Here Comes Santa Claus after hearing people whisper, "Here comes Santa," as he rode his horse in the 1946